Okay, so let's say I'm a minority in the U.S. I live in the lower end of town, and I'm walking to my nearest gas station. When I get closer, I notice that it's being robbed, which is an everyday occurrence down there. When I get closer, the two thugs run out on foot in my direction. When I go to turn around, when they run past me, I hear the police sirens and they're already on their way. So when I turn around and I'm the same race and ethnicity as the two thugs, I turn around to see where they went. I have no clue where they went. But when I turned back around near the gas station, I saw the police cruiser and the two officers pointing their gun at me. This is when I realized I was being racially profiled. And that's what I'll be talking to you about today, the wrongs of racially profiling. But before I do that, you may be thinking that, well, it's not the police officer's fault that I'm being racially profiled, and that they only use past statistics when they racially profile people to stop them from being injured. So with okay, so moving on, I'll be talking about the 3 points of my presentation of racially profiling. I'll be talking about socially how it's wrong, ethically, and politically. So with that awful police experience, with that awful police encounter thrown away, I'll be going into the social part of racial profiling. Racial profiling causes a lot of distrust with communities and causes a lot of problems to where they usually where the encounters get worse and worse every time, to where even the innocent people fear the police because of the stories they've heard from their relatives or friends. Most police departments like to single out the heavily criminalized neighborhoods for that are typically of the same race or minority. They also go after they racially profile by the minority's age, income, and education. With age, he's typically probably looking at a teen or mid 30s or early 20s, mid 30s. With the income, they're looking at the lower end where I was walking. And with the education, they're probably looking at they probably didn't pass high school. So with these accusations out of the way, I'll be moving into the ethical part of racial profiling. Racial profiling is the discriminatory practice used by law enforcement officials of targeting individuals for suspicion of crime based on the individual's race, ethnicity, religion, or national origin. For example, they target black drivers for minor traffic offenses when they don't go after whites as much. They go after minorities on the sidewalk for thinking they have illegal substances in their pocket. They target Muslims for being terrorists after 9/11. That's when it all started. Well, the major part hit. And they like to ignore the crimes done by whites if they're racially profiling. For example, they ignored the KKK hangings of black people when all the other crimes were happening, but that was the worst one at the time. So with that done, I'll be moving into the political part of racial profiling. We are considered a post-racial era today, but that's not what it seems. Racial profiling is illegal according to the Constitution. The Constitution promises of equal protection under the law to all and freedom from unreasonable searches and seizures. And is ineffective. Is still anywhere from effective. So what this does, and they like to target the minority communities as a whole. So with that done, I'll be going to my recap. With point one, we had the social part of racial profiling. With point two, we saw the ethical part of racial profiling. And with point three, we saw the political part of racial profiling. So after all, I hope I can walk down the streets as a minority and not get racially profiled once again.